so
Yeah.
far. But let me double check.
Mate, do you know what happened the other day?
What happened?
I had literally the best sales call I've ever done in my fucking life.
Who'd you do it
Didn't add
with? Or
fathom.
like,
Didn't add fathom. I was like,
dang.
mate, so as this guy came on, like,
hmm
his wife was gonna leave him because he was being lazy.
Yeah,
His wife told him to get a job at Walmart, but he said he wouldn't because he's got a degree. I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm like, mate, like, and I was basically like, just tackling his pride and how that's affecting his marriage. And he's like, I
yeah,
know I'm meant for more. And I'm like, so why the fuck are you settling for less? Like,
yeah.
and then just fucking hammered him, mate. And then I managed to record a bit of the future pace,
hmm
post it, but I was like, fuck me.
Yeah,
Like,
that would have been insane.
bro, like
Especially because
honestly,
it's
like,
someone's pride too.
mate, I would have used that as like a fucking VSL. I
No
was,
way.
yeah, mate, it was so good. By far and away the best
Shit.
call I've ever done in my life. Like 10 times
Mhm.
better than any of them was in
That's
the school, and
crazy.
I didn't fucking record it. I was good.
hmm hmm Dude, I like the sales call you did with what's his name? Jesse. That was a good
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
I think with
Because
that
it's
one I was
like,
like heavily picking apart language.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I noticed. It was like really like talking about like minimizing. He had a lot of uncertainty language, and it was just you're just picking apart like everything he was saying. He was like, "What the fuck?" This guy thought like I'm
Yeah.
sure he was like, "Holy shit, that was really
I'm
good."
not like I'm not like a heavy pain digger
hmm
because it's like I get what I need to from pain, but it's like that's not in my the way I look at it is that's not what necessarily makes a sale because the prospects are already somewhat aware. What they're not aware of is why they haven't solved it,
Yeah.
which is like what actually makes a sale, which is what I pick apart.
hmm
So yeah, so today, mate, what do you want to do? Do you want to do a role play? Is it a role play?
Yeah. Let's run a role play. Yeah.
Cool. Do you want to do like a full one where I don't interrupt you? Or do you want to do it where you do a role play and then I like interrupt and give you live feedback and
Yeah.
you want to do the second one?
That'll be sweet. The second one, yeah.
Cool.
Okay, sweet. Okay, let's do an e-com offer. You're basically just looking to make more money.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. Do you want me to start right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stop right now, mate.
All right. Yeah, Joe, what's the biggest reason you wanted to actually like get into e-com and make more money right now?
Yeah, I'm wanting to make some money in addition to just my job.
Okay.
Um, want to be able to, have more income.
Okay, well, why is that? Like you're looking to make like supplemental income with the job.
Yeah, well, I mean, I live in California and like the economy right now is just ridiculous, but the only way around it, I guess, is to,
Well,
is to make more money, right? So
I
that's why
mean,
I want to,
uh,
make some more.
I that makes a lot of sense. I guess like when you said the economy is kind of like ridiculous, like what do you mean? Because the economy is pretty bad like everywhere. So like what does that
No,
mean to you?
careful, careful.
hmm
You can go into that actually, but one thing is, I didn't actually necessarily externalize that because I said the economy's terrible, but the only way around it is to make more money,
More
which
money.
is true.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like
Yeah.
this person knows that the economy's bad, but is wanting to do something about it.
So let's just say you just left us like, oh, the economy is ridiculous. Would at that point you would have picked at it, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. 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 Yeah, Joe,
But
that,
keep
that
keep it
makes
in
a
the
lot of
back.
sense.
Keep it in the back of your mind though as well, because it's
hmm
like, how long has the economy been really bad? Okay, so
About
why
like
is
four or
it
five
taken?
years.
Why has it gotten to this point where he's only now looking at something as opposed to it being terrible for the past 4 years or something like that?
That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Joe, that's
Just
that's
keep that
I,
in the
I
back of your mind
understand.
for now. Don't just keep that in the back of your mind, and then obviously
hmm
figure out what he does for work, what he doesn't like about his job, and like if he's wanting to do something about that, right? If he's wanting to get out of his job, and or like, and then once you've dug on that, and then you can say, well, how long has this actually been a goal of yours, mate?
Mm, okay. That makes sense.
Just so you've got the juice to reframe the belief,
Yeah.
right? Because you
Yeah,
don't
that
want to do
makes
it
sense.
now because you don't have enough juice,
It,
right? So what you
mhm.
can say is, so my next question would be, okay, so I guess for you to obviously with the economy, right, to put you into the best position possible, how much are you wanting to make on a monthly basis, right? Get a number, Okay, and is it just yourself that you're looking after, or your family? Right, figure out what exactly it is, and then you go, okay, mate. Well, I guess, and what is it you're doing for work right now?
Hmm. Okay.
So then why not just like stick with that,
Hmm.
and then we'll get an issue, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So just go
Hmm.
from the answer that I just gave. So yeah, mate, the economy is really bad, but I know that
I
the
hear
only way
you.
around it is to make more money. So I'm,
Uh-huh.
trying to find a way to do that so that I can get ahead.
Got it. Uh-huh. That makes a lot of sense. Well, for you, like since you're looking to make more money, like what do you do for a living?
Pause. So I would get a number first, personally. So like,
Like how much
okay,
is
yes, no. So it's like, okay, so like, how much are you looking to make from like additional from a business to, give you that stability that you're looking for?
mm. Okay. Yeah, for you, like how much are you looking to make additionally to be able to have like that stability that you're looking for, Joe?
Yeah. Um, around around 6K would be
Around
sufficient.
60? Okay.
Yes.
And how much are you currently making, just so I could get like a bigger understanding?
Yeah, I'm currently making like 4K a month. So if I was
Okay.
to make another 6K additional, that
Uh-huh.
would be, 10K, which would be more than enough.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I do have a quick question. Would you probe even further asking, actually no, but that's kind of like future pacing, like, oh, what does that 10K mark actually allow you to like do once you actually achieve it? Would you probe a little bit more right there and
No,
then, or
I'd
would
get
you
I'd
wait till
get
you
more juice on the current situation.
okay.
I'd get more juice
Okay.
on the current
So
situation because then when you ask them sort of questions, they're going to land a lot better because we've actually got a polar opposite.
that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Joe, since like you're looking to make an additional 6K to make like 10K overall each month, I guess like what do you do for a living right now?
You don't need to use so many words. Just a quick thing. But okay, what is
Okay.
what is it you do for work right now?
What do you do? What is it you do for work right now?
Mate, I work. I'm an accountant.
Oh, accounting. Okay. How long you been doing that for?
Past 8 years.
Wow, 8 years, almost a decade. Do you like it?
Yeah, yeah, it's good. It's pretty good.
Okay. I guess like why not just like double down at your current job and like be able to make more money like that?
So why not like double down on your current job or like get a higher paying accounting job somewhere?
Or higher paying accounting job. Okay. Would you I guess it's optional maybe, but like you know how some people are like, oh, why even like start a business instead like why even get into like the business side? No, how do people say it?
Yeah, well,
It's
why
something
even like
like
why you want to come across as stupid, right? So like
yeah,
why start a business? Why not just double down on the job that you're doing right
your
now or get a
current job.
higher paying accounting job?
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, Joe, like why even like start up a business? Like why not just like, get double down on your current accounting job or even get like a high paying accounting job?
Yeah, well, there's also the time aspect because I've got a wife, I've got two kids, and
See.
if I was to do that and progress in the accounting, I would have to take on a lot more accounts, which means I would have to work a lot longer, which would take more time away
Uh,
from the kids and my wife as well.
how many hours are you currently working at your 9 to 5 or at your job?
Um, I'm working around 50 hours a week.
Oh wow, 50 hours a week. And you said you have two kids. How old are they?
4 and 5.
Wow, they're pretty young. Okay. I guess like for you when you work those 50-hour work weeks and you're looking to make more money, like has your wife said anything about that so far?
Too early.
That doesn't land. Yeah, that's too early
Yeah,
too.
too early. So it's like, okay,
Okay.
so like so what I would do is first dig on the time aspect. He said it would
Mhm.
take, because what I said was it would take more time away.
More time. Yeah.
Never said it would take time away, because if I said it would take time away, that means that it currently doesn't. But if I said it would take more time
Mhm.
away,
Mhm.
that means it's already taken away time because I'm using the word
Yeah.
more, right?
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so when you said like it would take more time away from the kids, does it currently take away time from the kids
Mhm.
and the wife? Yeah, it does. Okay, like in what way? Oh. Like, what have you been? And then you can probe with probing questions. What have you been seeing that's made you
Yeah.
realize this? Or what was the moment you realized that like the job was, you know,
Taking
taking away time from the wife and
your
kids?
family.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
As a dad, and like, how long has this been an issue for me?
Mhm.
7 years. Shit. I mean, so like, you said your kids are 4 and 5. So is it fair to say that they haven't actually really had the time that they should have since birth with the kid with the dad? Yeah, that would be fair to say. Shit, like as a
Mhm.
dad, how does that sit with you? Yeah, what's your wife's perspective
Yeah.
on this? What happens if this continues? Right, and then like because now we've got
Dang.
the
Yeah.
juice, but because like now we're layering it, right? So
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
of it like Christian Jack explained it to me like this, right? So
Mhm.
think of it like you've got a road, right? Now you can put down the gravel, right? And you can drive across the road. It's going to be very bumpy, right? And your car might get
Mhm.
fucked, but you can drive across it. Then what you can do is you can lay the cement, right,
Yeah.
to make it a smoother ride. But then what you've got to do is you've got to put the road signals on, so you
Mhm.
actually know where to go, right? So
Yeah.
think of it in that term of like you've got to get all three. You don't want to just go
Mhm.
for the road signals when you haven't laid the gravel or the cement,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense. I have a question. Like, I actually have two. How do you, how did you get super good at picking up the small nuances when you're like actually on calls?
Just very good at listening,
Yeah, listen. Okay.
but like knowing what
Were
to
you,
listen out for.
yeah.
So the way I'd look at it is, it's like, and Kurt does the same thing as this as well, I believe. But it's like whatever a prospect says, there's always going to be like a key word or something they've said that you can dig on. So that's how you figure out your questions. It's
Got it.
based on like
Okay.
a key word of what the prospect just said, or the tone of what somebody said,
Hmm.
right? So, like for example, like if you said how much you make right now, and I said about 4K, right? That's relatively high, right? But if I said to you 4K, it's like I'm not impressed with that. That's like,
Yeah,
is that enough? Right? And then
that
you
makes
frame the
sense.
conversation
Yeah.
differently. So listen out the words that the prospect says,
Hmm.
but also the tone at which the prospect says it.
Hmm.
Have you watched the language lessons in?
So I watched three of them, the uncertainty, the minimizing, and I watched another one. I forgot what it was, but yeah.
Right.
So the uncertainty, like I know how to pick up on the uncertainty words,
Yeah.
and then the minimizing, sometimes I know how to pick up on it, but it's like not too much. But yeah, that's so far what I could pick up on.
Yeah. But it's like you've got to remember, um,
Hmm.
like I'm being very, very picky. The
Yeah.
majority of like if you didn't do this, you could probably still have like a, you know, 20-30% close rate. But like you want to get into like the
Hmm.
50s, 60s, 70s,
Yeah,
80s.
100%. Yeah.
This is what you pick up on.
Got it. Okay. And then in terms of like asking efficient questions, because like as you could tell, like when we're doing the role play, I was adding a little bit of fluff. For example, oh, you do this for a living, like, or like, I don't know how to explain it, but you could tell, like, whenever I ask questions, I add fluff at the start and then I ask the actual question.
It's not necessarily bad sometimes. Like sometimes it's good to add a bit of context to the question, especially if you're
Okay.
about to ask like a deep question.
Uh-huh.
It's nice to add a bit of context
Okay.
or soften it.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
but yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, sweet. You wanna start again from the top, or do you wanna like start from that position, the same position?
just go from there.
Just go from there. Okay. What was the last part you
Just
said?
so we can get through the
Yeah.
discovery.
I know, I know. What was the last part you said?
So it was like, be like I would have to sacrifice more time with the kids.
Oh, more time. Like, are you currently sacrificing time with your kids and your wife?
Yeah, I mean, I'm working, 50 hours a week. So it definitely
Uh-huh.
takes away time. I'm doing it. put food on the table, right?
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. I mean, that's definitely like a good thing that you're putting food on the table. I guess like how long has this been going on for though? You sacrificing time to be able to put food on the table for your wife and your kids.
I would say since my kids were born, really, since my first
Since
child was
kids.
born, because like obviously when we had the first kid, the
Uh-huh.
expenses went way up.
Uh-huh.
Um, my wife doesn't work, she's a stay-at-home
I
mom,
see.
and I had to
Uh-huh.
take on more hours and more responsibilities to, be able to
Mm-hmm.
like take care, right?
Uh-huh. And like since it's been happening for like 5 years, it's fair to say that like your kids haven't been able to like see you as like see you enough throughout like, like
So would it be
but
fair to
yeah,
say that you haven't been able to see your kids maybe as much as you want to?
you
Would
want
that be
to.
fair to say?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then, yeah, yeah.
Joe, is it fair to say that your kids haven't been able to see you as well as you see your kids as much as you want to?
So I would ask that as two separate questions. So would it be
Okay.
fair that you haven't been able to see your kids as much as spend as much time with your kids as you'd like? Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, that's true. Okay. What about from their perspective? Like, I guess, what do you think their thoughts are on, I guess, not really being able to spend the time
Mm.
with daddy?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, got
Um,
it. Uh-huh.
and then you can say like, and then you could, oh shit,
How
like
about your wife's
how's that
perspective?
affecting you? Like as a father, like how does that affect you?
Uh-huh.
Or, like how does that impact you as a dad?
Uh-huh. And then from there, it's like, okay, since like, this has been going on for like about 5 years at this point, it's like, when did you even want it to like make more money for yourself?
No, not yet, not yet.
No,
Because we
not
can get
yet.
more. We can get more, right?
How?
So we do that. So we do that question that I just
Mhm.
said here, and then it's like, okay. And I guess obviously, I mean, I'm sure your wife obviously appreciates what you're doing, right? So you give them a bit of a
Mhm.
cookie, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Build them up a bit,
yeah.
right? I'm sure obviously your wife respects you, but like, what's her perspective on this as well? Because I guess it's taking time away from her as well, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, sure. And then get like the wife's perspective, right? Get rid of the fucking partner objection, right?
Hmm.
Um, but then also, then we can go into the price cost syntax,
Hmm.
right? So what did I say? It's like I'm sacrificing all this time to put food on the table. So then what we can use that for the price cost syntax,
Hmm. Hmm.
right? So it would be like, would it be fair to say that the price you're paying to financially support your family is costing you the ability to emotionally support them the way that you'd want?
Ooh,
Right? And then it's like,
okay.
yes, that would be fair to say. After we've got the
Hmm.
juice, right?
Hmm.
And then it's like, okay, and the price you are paying of sacrificing that emotional commitment to your family, what do you think that's actually costed you?
So it actually costed you a
And get
lot.
them to do, or you could do future, right? You could do a mini concept. You could be like, what do you think
Hmm.
that will cost you if this continues,
Hmm.
right?
So there's two different ways to go about it
Yeah,
if you
you
really
could do
wanted to.
past, it just
Yeah,
depends on who you're speaking to,
yeah.
right? You could do past, present, future, but like for this guy, I would like,
Hmm.
what is this actually costing you
Costing you.
over the past
Yeah.
5 years?
Mhm.
And then you get a
Is it
really
worth it?
fucking, it just takes it a layer deep, right? But
Yeah.
they're
Holy
not gonna get
shit.
pissed off because
Hmm.
it's what they've said. Do you know what I mean? Like, they've said
Yeah.
that, right? So
Yeah.
you get the confirmation. Like, would
Hmm.
it be fair to say this is this,
Hmm.
right?
How, I guess like how do you get so good at like asking the right questions in that part where you're trying to like dig for pain essentially?
No, so it's not like the way I look at it is you don't try to dig
Okay.
because when you're trying to dig, you solely focus on getting them emotional. Whereas when you let go of
Mm.
that, you just focus on just
Mhm.
genuinely asking the next question,
Got it.
right?
Okay. Mhm.
Um, and then once you've got to that point, just like, okay, so like over the past 5 years, so let's say this has been an issue for 5 years,
Mhm. Yeah.
right? So it's not like how long have you been wanting to make money on it. It's like this has been an issue for 5 years. What
Over
have you
5 years.
done over the past 5 years to try and solve this?
And
And
then
if
you
they've
say like
done
yes or
nothing,
no. Hmm.
then we've got a limiting belief and we fucking handle that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If they have tried things, we figure out what they've tried, why they weren't successful. Was it the program's fault? Was it their fault?
Hmm.
Did they have a fear of the past objection?
Hmm.
How long have they held on to that? Like, let's say they tried something 4 years ago. It's like, would it be fair to say that you holding on to that negative experience has cost you another 4 years of what you've just mentioned? Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be fair to say. So, at what point do you want to overcome that? At what point do you want to
Hmm.
overcome the negative experience? Because do you know
Hmm.
what's going to happen if you continue to hold on to that experience? The exact same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That makes sense. Hmm. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Where should I go for from this point?
So do the price cost. I want to hear you do the price cost syntax.
Okay, so it's like, is it fair to say that the is it fair to say that you ultimately like trying to like provide for your family, be able to like support them financially, has costed you has costed you he says something about emotional, but how would it word it in this case? Hmm. Okay, yeah, is it fair to say that you ultimately like looking to support for your family, like financially, being able to put food on the table for your wife and kids has costed you the emotional aspect of you being there for your kids and your wife?
Yeah.
Okay. And the price of you like being able to be there emotionally is
So the price you're paying of
oh
sacrificing
price.
X
Oh, okay. The price of okay, so the price of you paying for no, the price of you
and the price that you've paid of sacrificing
okay.
time with the family, like
The price of you
that or
sacrificing time.
sacrificing that like emotional commitment with your family.
The
What
price of you
has that
sacrificing.
yeah, what has that actually costed you over the last
uh
5 years?
Okay. The price of you sacrificing that emotional time with your family, Joe, like what has that costed you over the last 5 years?
Shit. Um, a lot. Um,
How
it's
so?
costed me and my wife. I don't know. It's like it's as if the relationship is a business.
What do you mean by that? It's
Well,
business.
we married obviously when we were in love, and then as soon as we've had this kids, it's
Uh-huh.
kind of like it's more transactional. Feels more like I do this, you get this, right?
Mm,
It's not like that connection that we once had.
mm. And you continuing to like be in the same situation, do you think
So that
is it
acknowledge that, right? Because that is for a
yeah,
man to admit that that's a very vulnerable thing to say.
okay,
So acknowledge it. Just be like, shit, man. I mean, I appreciate you being vulnerable with us.
honest. Okay.
Can I ask, as a husband, how does that, as a husband and the man of the family, how does that, like, how does that sit with you? Well, like, what emotion do you feel in your chest right now saying that out loud?
Oh, wow. Okay. I see. Okay. I'll run that. Yeah, I mean, look, I appreciate you being vulnerable. That's deep. As a as a husband, as a man, with you saying all this out loud, how does that sit with you at the moment?
Yeah, it's tough, man. Um, it's tough.
And I'm gonna pause there. At that point, would you be like, okay, if you could keep continuing, is it worth it? Continue like this. Is it worth it? Or they're
Yeah,
just
so
going
it's
straight
like
into,
you could say just like so then you could so there's a couple of different ways you can go about this, depending on who you're speaking to, right?
mhm,
If you're speaking to somebody who like has a bit of an ego,
yeah.
right? It's like, okay, mate, can I ask you something? Like without sounding like a dick.
Mhm,
Why have you put up with this? Like, why haven't we solved this? Like, why have we accepted this, right?
mhm,
If it's not something, then you could just go into like, okay, so over the past 5 years, mate, have you actually tried anything to get out of this situation? No. Why not?
uh,
And then we just ask it like that, like, why not?
mhm. Makes
right?
sense. Hmm.
And then we are into
The
the
external. Yeah.
the internal. Now we're into the internal,
Hmm.
right? So we've got the logistical kind of things, like what they're
Hmm.
doing, how long they've been doing it, how much money they make, all that sort of stuff, right? Family, all that. Now we've got the external pain.
Yeah.
Now we go internal, right? So then
Hmm.
now it's like, so like if you want to just say like, why not?
Yeah. Why not?
So just say it differently, like, man, what? Why
Yeah.
not? Like as
Okay.
if you're genuinely like fucking confused as to why this person's put up
Yeah.
with this.
Joe, why not?
Um, I don't know. I got comfortable.
What do you mean got comfortable?
You don't even need to do that. You don't even need to do
Okay.
that because of what I've just said. It's like, mate, with all
Okay.
due respect, what about the situation you've just described to me is comfortable?
Okay. With all due
And
respect,
then it's like, yeah,
what about this? Okay, yeah, with all due respect, Joe, like what is all about this what does this entire situation make you feel comfortable?
yeah, that's good. To be honest, I don't think it is. I think I'm just afraid.
Afraid? What do you mean you're afraid?
Well, I'm afraid to try something and it not work out and not just disappoint myself, but disappoint my family.
So it's more of like you're comfortable because you have that fear of failure within yourself, like feeling, oh, you might not be able to succeed with trying something new.
Yeah, and I don't want to.
And
I don't want to disappoint.
yeah, I should.
I don't want to disappoint my family as well.
When you say you don't want to disappoint your family, you don't want to fail, like, do you feel like you holding on to that belief is serving you right now?
Good question.
Hmm.
Good question. But
Hmm.
you could
Do you feel
go.
like that's gonna
You
get
could go more. Right. So it's like.
add
So
more
what did I say?
context?
I'd be like, I don't want to disappoint my family. Right.
I mean, yeah,
So
you'd
then,
be like,
so then, what you could say is right. I'd be like, okay, let me put it. Let me give you a different perspective. Right. If one of your children came to you and
hmm,
you knew, like, with an idea, and you knew it was the right thing for them to do, to put your daughter
hmm,
into a great situation for a future, but your daughter was afraid to do it in case she disappointed you,
hmm.
right? What would you tell your daughter? How would I tell her to do it? Like, I would be proud of her for taking the step, as opposed to not taking the step, whatever. And then you just say, okay, so at what point are you going to take your own fucking advice? At this point, the person's cooked. Like they're cooked, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
they are
At that
cooked,
point, yeah,
right?
yeah.
But it's like, when are you going to take your own advice, man? Like, do you feel like if you continue to hold on to this belief, like, do you think your daughter would actually be disappointed if you genuinely did everything you could to put her in the best position possible? No. But if we continue to hold on to this belief, mate, what's going to continue to happen? And then we do a Dickens pattern,
Think it's better.
right?
Yeah, it's the past, the present, and then the future.
Yeah.
Dang, that's some sauce. Okay, shit. So I don't even know where to start with this now. Um,
Do the Dickens. Like, do you want to just do what I was saying?
yeah, yeah. I'll give it a go. What was the last line you gave me?
You are.
What was the last line you gave me?
Um, the last line was like the why don't you take your own like it was like why don't you take your own advice? And then do you actually feel your daughter would be disappointed? It's like how do you want
Yeah,
your daughter to look at you? The man that did everything he could to put his family in the best position possible, or the man
yeah.
that pussied out and avoided
Hmm.
risk?
Yeah.
What example
Dang.
do you want to set for her?
Hmm. And then from there, do you want me to just do the Dickinson pattern then?
Yeah, no, because it's like what example do you want to set for her? Right. But if you
You
continue to
want to,
hold on to
yeah.
that belief, are you going to set that example? No.
Hmm.
What has it costed you, like avoiding this
Last
risk
five.
and
Hmm.
setting that example? What has that costed you the last 5 years? How does it sit with you now, knowing that where you are and the identity that you portray to others,
Mhm.
or like the identity others get from you,
Mhm.
is down to your own your own fear, right?
Yeah.
And if we continue to hold on to this, what's going to continue to happen, mate?
Hmm.
So what do you need to let go of to actually put yourself and your family in the best position possible?
The fear.
Are you sure you want to, mate? Because you don't have to, just because I'm asking you to.
No,
At
I
the end of the
definitely
day,
want
mate, the
to.
only person who can actually overcome this is you.
Hmm.
Are you sure?
That
Are
makes
you sure
sense.
you are?
Yeah.
Okay. Why now, though?
Hmm. That
Why
makes
now, though,
sense.
mate? Because it's been 5 years. Like, why are you willing to overcome this now? Like,
Hmm.
that's how you actually ask the why now. A lot of people ask why now, like in such a shitty, like,
Yeah.
why now? Why not just wait until like after Christmas? It's like, no,
Yeah.
no, that's not how you ask it.
Hmm. Hmm. And then from there, it's like, oh, he wants to make a change, and then you go into like, okay, like for you, like this time around, like what do you feel like you need in order to actually become successful?
And it's like, and besides from overcoming the fear, like, what do you feel like you actually need from us to actually become successful? Like,
Yeah.
to actually put yourself in the best position so you can actually get the result. Oh, I need
Yeah,
accountability,
that's
blah,
it.
blah, blah. Whatever they say is what we pitch,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
But then after that question, we just go straight into future pace,
Future pace.
right? And this would
Yeah.
be a very heavy future pace. It's not like a what does this allow you to do that you can't do right now?
Hmm.
Like when we get you to this position, when you're X, Y, Z, A, B, C, without having to worry about blah, 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 what
Yeah.
will that mean to you? What will that moment be worth to you?
Hmm.
Like, and then get the family's perspective on that. And then we consequence, right, on basically
Everything.
never becoming the dad that he wants to represent to his children.
Okay.
It's like
So,
when your child's 18 years old,
mhm,
right, and she's starting to maybe get around the dating scene.
yeah.
Do you want her to have a good idea of what a real man is?
Ooh, that's
Yes, I
fucking
do.
crazy. Yeah.
Yes, I do. Okay. Well, who's the only person who can give her that?
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. That's crazy. I never heard anyone do consequences like that.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. Because
That's
it's like,
fucked.
because the other side of the coin, mate, is like, we don't set that example. And you don't never see that example. Like, if she, like, let me ask you this, mate. If she was to come home in 15 years with a man who's with a man who's the same as what you've been the last 5 years, would you be happy with that man being with your daughter?
No,
No. Okay. So what are we gonna do, mate?
I don't want to change.
Yeah. Like, that's how we're fucking.
That makes sense. That was deep. Holy shit. That's sauce right there. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I don't even know. How did you, what the fuck, bro? I don't know how to come up with all of this on the spot. Like, how do
But
you
the thing
even,
is, mate, like it's but like should tell you why though.
yeah.
It's because you're trying to get the framework, you're trying to get like the script, you're trying to get the perfect questions.
Hmm.
Whereas I'm not, I'm just listening to what I'm hearing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all you have to do. You just listen to what you hear and go with
Mhm.
it.
Got it. That
Right?
makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Meet the prospect where they're at, not where you want them to be. Right? So don't
Hmm.
try and get them to a certain part so that you can do a certain thing.
Hmm.
Right? Don't try and get them into a certain state so that you can do a certain thing.
Hmm.
Meet them where they're at and then go from there.
Got it. Okay, that
Bro,
makes
I need to
sense.
use this fucking recording as a VSL.
No, for real, this is sauce, bro. This is sauce. Yo,
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man. That was crazy. Um, do you have any actionable steps I could do after this one-on-one session? Just want to
I
make
would
sure I should.
what I would do, I would
Hmm.
try and practice the framework and everything.
Hmm.
I would try, but I would try and practice it as much as you can outside of like role plays and outside of like sales calls,
Hmm.
right? So that you
Hmm.
can actually practice it in the real world because that's what it is, right? Because it's like let me put it like this, right? Let's say your
Hmm.
friend came to you, right? Your best
Yeah.
mate. right? And he was describing all this situation. He was pissed off, whatever. You wouldn't be
Yeah.
thinking about what questions to ask.
Yeah, yeah, that's
You know
true.
what I mean? You just ask them. So
Hmm.
what you want to do is you want to get yourself out of the state of like this is a sales call. This is like different to real life because all sales
Hmm.
is it's just a conversation
Hmm.
between two real human beings.
Hmm. That makes sense. Yeah. My issue, well, like I know it's like I need to detach from it. My issue is like I'm trying to ask questions around that go towards their identity, essentially their current identity and what they want to identify themselves as later down the line, if that makes sense.
Sorry, say that again.
So my issue is like, okay, I'm trying to, you know how a lot of people they go after the identity on the sales call, if it's a
Yeah.
father or if it's, like a husband or whatever the case is. For me, I'm trying to find the best way to word my questions where it kind of like gets
Okay,
them
so there's
to
different
think.
ways. So there's like labeling, like identity labeling, like labeling
Yeah.
someone as a dad or somebody who takes responsibility, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But I would look at identity selling in a different way in terms
Uh-huh.
of basically identity selling is like let's say somebody wants something,
Hmm.
right? But they're doing something completely opposite.
Hmm.
That's identity selling, right? So it's like you want to get to here, but you're doing this. Why the fuck are you doing that?
Yeah.
Like, why you if you want to like if you want to make 20K a month, why the fuck are you tolerating 3K a month?
Hmm.
Right? If you want like for example, it's like if you wanted to marry a fucking Latina, why the fuck are you settling for some fucking 70-year-old woman? Do you know what I mean? Just right. So it's like
Yeah.
if you want this, but you're having that,
Hmm.
why? What
Yeah.
what is stopping you from closing that bridge?
Hmm. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Does it?
Yeah, it does. I just
Are you
gotta
sure?
rewatch it. Yeah, it does. It does. I
Cool.
gotta rewatch the recording and take notes on this shit.
Yeah.
Dang. Hmm. You want to run another role play?
Yeah, man, it can do.
All right, sweet. Let me get straight to it. Yeah, Joe, what's like the biggest reason, or what's the biggest reason you're wanting to get into ecom to make more money right now?
Yeah, I want to be able to retire my wife.
Retire a wife. Okay. And I guess like how long has this been a goal of yours? You wanting to retire a wife?
Mm. We're going in. So what we're doing now, mate.
And
But
I never asked.
like
Like
you will
it
get
was
there.
too quick.
You
Yeah,
will
yeah.
get there at some point, right?
Yeah.
You will get there, but you're going
Hmm.
in way too early,
Got it.
right? Because you don't have any juice yet,
Uh-huh.
right?
I have a question. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, but like I have a quick
No, that's
question
it.
because so the first ever framework that I learned, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with Bill Walsh's framework essentially, right?
Yeah, Bill's great.
So it's like, oh, what are you currently doing? How long have you been doing that for? Oh, what's holding you back? Whatever the case is. My problem is that I have these different frameworks in my mind, and I'm trying to unlearn
Yeah. No, yeah,
yeah,
true.
that's my
Well, no,
problem.
Bill does it in a similar way in terms of like he'll ask what somebody wants to achieve, and then he'll be like, okay,
Yeah,
it's like, what are you currently doing to
doing
achieve that?
yeah.
And then like, how long have you been doing it
How
that way,
long? Yeah.
right? Whereas what you did there is you just went straight into like,
How
how long
long?
is this going to go,
Yeah.
right? It's like, okay, you want to be
Mhm.
able to retire your life. Like, why? I mean, why is that a goal? It's like, why is that important for you? Right?
Uh-huh.
Clarify on it. It's like, okay, and I
Mhm.
guess like, what are you currently doing to like retire your wife?
Mhm.
Okay, how long have you been doing that? Is it
Yeah.
or like, have you been doing anything? Oh, it's like, oh, you want to retire your wife? Like, what are you currently doing for income to like be able to achieve that?
Hmm. Hmm.
Working in a job. How long have you been doing the job?
Hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like it? How much do you make from the job? Okay. So like, could you retire your wife from that job? Could you like, if you were to like double down on the hours or get a promotion or something, like, would you be able to do that? And
Dang,
then
it's
it's
like the
like,
same shit. Yeah.
if it's like a yes, it's like then we challenge it. It's like, okay, would you be able to do it like in the time frame that you wanted to do it? And then it's like, well, no. If it is, if he says yeah, it's like, well, why don't you just do that, mate? And then we'll get a problem with the job.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, he doesn't want to do that. It's like he
Hmm.
wants to retire his wife, but he also doesn't want to do it the way he's been doing it. Right? All
Yeah.
of that. Would you be able to retire your wife with the job you've got right now? No.
Hmm.
Why not? Shit. And then we
Mhm.
dig, 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 dig. It's like, okay, man, can I ask then? Like, you've been doing this for 5 years, knowing that you're not going to be able to retire your wife from it.
Mhm.
Why are you still doing it?
Yeah,
And then we'll get the limiting belief.
that makes sense. Dang, that's pretty smooth. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like the way that I look is that's one of the worst things you can have is framework paralysis in
Yeah,
terms of
yeah,
like, but it's like the all every sales coach's frameworks or whatever are there to achieve the same thing, really,
yeah.
right?
Hmm.
So it's like don't try and like mix, just like pick one
Hmm.
and like go with it and
Yeah.
dial it in. And that's why a lot of
Hmm.
sales reps aren't very good,
Hmm.
is because they'll have a framework,
Hmm.
they'll not make 20K a month with it, so they'll get it to go to a new framework,
Right.
right? Then they'll not make 20K a month with that, so they'll go to a new framework. Then they'll not
Yeah.
make 20K a month with that, so they'll go to a new one. And it's like if you
Mhm.
just sticked with the first one, you would have got to 20K a month.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So yeah, I need to dial this framework in, like really, really internalize it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any tips around like internalizing like a framework very quickly
Any tips in terms of what?
in terms of like internalizing a framework as soon as possible?
Yeah. 10 to the power of three. I used to do this when I was on the doors, when I was doing door-to-door sales.
Yeah.
It was 10 to the power of three. So it was you'd read it out.
Hmm.
So you'd you'd write it out, right? You'd write out the entire thing,
Hmm.
right? You'd read it in your head
Hmm.
10 times,
Hmm.
right? Then you'd read it out loud 10 times. And then you'd put away the framework and read it out loud again, but without it there 10 times.
Got it.
And you just do that
Oh,
every single day.
okay. W- Would you just read out loud from like the entire script, or would you also play the prospects words in your mind too, or out loud?
No, so I would just practice like you want to also practice like the clarifying and probing questions as well.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Sweet. That makes sense. Okay, I appreciate that.
No worries, man.
Hmm. And then I do want to hop on a roll ASAP, but I know I also want to like make sure I internalize the script ASAP too. By any chance, do you know any roles where there's just like 1K tickets or 2K tickets where I could just like dive in, set my own needs, and then try to close like